there's a new bill that's being presented in. I already forgot. Is it nationwide? Oh, government. Anyway,
Uh,
I'll skip that for a second. But it's a bipartisan bill basically requiring social media platforms to verify users' ages to stop anyone under the age of 13 from signing up and set up special rules for minors over 13. Me and Derek had like a kind of a different segment relating to this, but I actually suggested something along the lines of this. I think social media is terrible for minors. I think that, and
Hmm.
I totally agree with that. Under 13 is just not a safe place for them, and even over 13, that there should be some kind of like parental guidance included. I know when we were all that age, social media was like just kind of beginning. I mean, there was MySpace during that time, and then it transitioned
Back
to
in my
Facebook.
day, social media didn't even exist.
True, boomer. Anyway, yeah, it's called the Protecting Kids on Social Media Act, introduced by some people that I don't give a crap about. Let's see, designed to protect younger users from things like social media addiction, but it would also require a sweeping reevaluation of how adults and children operate online. I would love to know all your opinions on this because, as I expressed mine, I think this is probably for the better good. I think social media is pretty harmful, especially for minors. I think there's predators out there that prey on minors for that. I think social media companies are gaining information on minors that sell their, for advertising stuff, which is also a no no. I think every social media company is pretty morally bankrupt and just doesn't care, who they're servicing and how they do it. And also, this goes on to say that, like, in Louisiana, for example, it's requiring that. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ignore that. But back to what I'm
but
saying.
I mean, it's a valid point to an extent.
Okay.
Um, but I don't want to hop in just yet. I want to see if like Rob or Derek wants to comment first.
I mean, I'd agree with it. It says here that it's looking to also require the government to test out a voluntary nationwide verification system that would use official records and IDs to check people's ages online to as a way for people not to get around that. I full well agree with this. Growing up in the wild west of the internet, there were forums where racial slurs and other things were being thrown around like it was like popcorn at a carnival. And to see it still continuing to this day and getting as bad as it's gotten on mainstream social media websites, I full well agree with this. Users under 13 should not be on social media in any way, shape, or form. You have no reason to be on that. You have no reason. You are literally in school. Go play with your friends.
Touch grass. Just it's just, I don't know. It's just not safe.
It's
That's how
not.
that's how self harm happens. People get like super self conscious about their looks and stuff, comparing themselves to other social people statuses. I know there's like a huge problem with girls looking at other photos of girls on like Instagram and like just looking at models who are just completely unrealistic, and it's causing psychological harm. Um, like I know if I was a parent, like with a child of mine, I just wouldn't allow it. I'd be like, well, I mean, I don't even think they should have a smartphone until they're in high school, if that. But it's like no, you don't need social media. You don't need a Facebook. You don't need. I mean, like, so at least. Well, wait, is Snapchat considered social media, or is that just like a
Yes,
picture?
Snapchat
Oh,
is
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd still go to the Snapchat because minors sending pictures of other minors, that's just a recipe for disaster. Um. So anyway, Derek, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, kids need to get off the internet. It's just not a good place for them, especially when they're like developing and stuff. I think we've talked about this before with
Right.
some other article. Like kids developing, like I don't know, they're just gonna do stupid things online that a lot of it can just like come back to bite them in the butt
Oh,
down the
absolutely,
road.
yeah.
So, like, I think we were talking about like sending like
Certain photos,
genital pics.
right?
Yeah. uh and it's like, yeah, those don't go away. If the person like hangs on to those forever, like, that's bad. Or if you get caught, like that's actually like a felony. So it's like, especially at that age. So
Hey, so George, would you want to chime in?
Yeah. Um as somebody who has a teenage child, I can agree with the overall concept. My issue is, and it does go back to that whole thing in Louisiana, right, where they require a government ID for certain websites. The problem is you cannot get those IDs until you're an adult. You can't get state issued IDs stating your date of birth and everything, and like a legal documentation of identification, at least to the best of my knowledge, until you're 16, 17, 18. So people who are 13, you're not going to be going to the DMV, getting your picture taken and having a state ID, because nobody's going to ID you at the age of 13 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how, aside from submitting photo evidence of your birth certificate or social security card, and that's where I kind of draw the line. I don't think people need to see that. But I don't know how they would regulate it. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
as of now, every
Like,
site that
because
you
I'd
go
like to
onto,
see
right,
it.
like you have to enter your date of birth, like
You can lie
regardless
about
of what you're doing. But you can lie about it.
Right.
How are they going to enforce it? Because without submitting a photo of your birth certificate or social security card, there's no other way, unless they implement a free state ID for every person 13 and up. And I think that's the hardest part.
I don't like the idea of giving any website or even the government like photos of my birth
Exactly.
certificate, because hacks happen all the time.
Exactly. That's my point. How are you going to make somebody verify that they are over 13 if they do not have a driver's license or a state ID, which, to the best of my knowledge, you cannot get until you are able to prove multiple points of documentation, a bank record, your social security card, a birth certificate. Those are things that you generally need to get your driver's license or state ID. You're going to have a 13-year-old who has no bills go to a DMV to get a state ID. How are they planning on verifying the age? That's my biggest concern. Because I don't want my 14-year-old on certain websites and certain things on the internet. Absolutely. Like Rob said, we all grew up on the internet, and yes, there are a plethora of websites and articles and forums that are not acceptable for underage people to be. However, I am also not going to be like, oh yeah, my kid wants to use the internet. Here's his birth certificate. That's not going to fucking happen. You can suck a big fat one.
Right. No, I understand that. I think for verification purposes, though, my solution would just be provide, like, the DMV in this case, just give them the social security card, because that would have, I would assume,
Yes.
the government database, but that's like the only way.
But I think that's my biggest point, right? Like, and maybe it's my ignorance. Does the DMV give state IDs to minors? Or is it only people who are, 16, 17 and up, like where you would normally get a driving permit, depending on the state that you live in? Do they give ID, like state IDs for underage?
Laura says, George, I had a state ID when I was 14.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know.
I think you can just get an identification card at like pretty much any age.
If that is the case, then I'm all for it. But this is also a big part of parents being able to help raise their kids, right? Like, I don't live with my kid, but I try to keep up with what he's doing. He lives with his mom. I try to keep up to date with what he's doing. And if he tells me something, I'm like, yo, get the fuck off that. Like, why? You're smarter than that. There's no reason for you to be on there. Like, it's raising your kids, but I know that at times that you can't monitor them. And I'm not that pushy parent. I'm not going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me see your phone. Let me see your tablet. Let me see your Xbox. I'm going to go through all your fucking messages. I trust my kid enough to know that he knows what's right from wrong, but there are times when children are taken advantage of from people on the internet, and having a security measure to ensure that, I think, is good. It's just a matter of how they go about it is my
Right.
biggest concern.
Can we get that hashtag trending on Twitter? Ban every single thing on the internet except this podcast.
Yes.
This is
Can
the
we
only
get that
approved
trending?
content you get.
We're not
Do I
big on
have to
anything
make a
trending.
Twitter just to do that hashtag?
It says here that apparently most states have no minimum age for obtaining an ID, but many states require parental
Okay.
consent if the applicant is under 18. Also, if you're a stinky doo-doo head like George, we will refuse an ID because you're a stupid doo-doo head.
Man.
Shots
My
fired,
state-
I suppose.
My state didn't get that. I have an ID.
Well,
I'm using it to get on a plane in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, I don't do flying. I'll just get motion sick or just look down and get
It'll
like
crash.
have
That's
a
my
panic
fear.
attack.
It'll crash.
Derek, you're more likely to get in a car crash than a plane crash.
Look, if a plane crashes the day before, I'll get on a plane. Statistically, there's no way there'd be 2 plane crashes 2 days in a row, right? It only happened once, and it was the same day. And like the odds of that happening again are 0 to none.
Bingo. So yeah, I mean, I guess most of us are in favor of this then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm down.
Yeah, no issues here.
Fuck them.
Wow. What a panel. You guys are.
What
you
a
guys are
closing
incredible.
statement. That's right.
Closing statement. Yeah. I like this idea. I've been saying this from the start that social media is pretty abysmal for any minor. Literally, no one in elementary school needs this ever. Almost, I would say for the benefit for in high school, it's beneficial to just not have it than to have it because it just only adds problems.
Real quick, I do know that there are a lot of times where like mobile games and stuff, like on tablets and stuff, generally require you to have like a Facebook to authenticate or whatever. My kid's mom and I made a fake Facebook account for the kid, not even a real one that he has access to. We just made up shit just so he could play games on his tablet. So there are alternatives. They don't need an actual social media account. I don't
Right.
think that's. Yeah.
I think most of them now just, I mean, like they'll ask for like a Gmail or some kind of email, or just directly do it through Facebook or some kind of social media. At this point, I just go through Gmail. Every day I'm getting closer and closer and just removing Facebook altogether because it's just virtually pointless. I know Derek here is unbelievably integrated into every messaging app known on the planet, so I think he uses it for Messenger.
I swear. That's the only reason I have a Facebook is for Messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
but see,
I
I
don't
use
interact with it
Messenger,
otherwise.
but you don't need a Facebook account to have Messenger. You can still use Messenger
and I'm
without an
deleting my
active
Facebook account. Why do I need a Facebook
Wait,
account?
no, wait, hold on. George, I think. Wait,
No, you do not.
then how could you use Messenger without an account?
Because you can have a profile on
crap,
Messenger
Robert
that's not. Yeah.
Rob,
You
that
can have a
working out.
profile on
Really
Messenger
paying
that's
off,
not
dude.
linked to a Facebook account.
Sorry, I'm just
A friend of mine
Stiff.
deleted their Facebook and was still able to use Messenger.
Interesting, huh?
Stiff down here.
Unless you want to play MetaQuest and you want the Quest 2 VR system. But even that, they're getting away from requiring a Facebook account because I was looking into it for my kid. You do not. MetaQuest no longer requires you to have a Facebook account.
Because no one wants a Facebook account. They suck. Facebook is outdated. It's terrible. It's stinky poo poo.
it's
just
literally for boomers on their
Wanna
way out
cry?
the door.
Yeah.
like
That's
political
the
campaigns.
final
Like
message.
Shit, the only time I use Facebook is when I post that we're going live on here and I immediately get off of Facebook.
I just go on Facebook because someone pings me about like something, an article. I'm just like, why did you use
Oh.
Facebook?
We're being told that you forgot something. We're not allowed to end stream yet because you forgot something.
I forgot something. What did I forget?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Willix, what did Derek forget?
That we're gonna stream Uno after this? Is that it?
We are streaming Uno
Forgot
after this,
to
yeah.
remember to forget.
Don't forget
Don't forget to remember.
I don't. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jeffy.
Remember.
Like, am I supposed to like stop like a nuke going
Don't forget
off or
to
something?
remember.
So okay, so
Yeah,
when
what?
we were doing a live stream, this is like
I have
story
forgotten to remember
Oh.
to forget.
He said he was
Oh,
going
we
to
have
show
fan
it
art.
off on the
That's
stream.
what it was. Our first
Oh,
fan art.
Fan art.
Did I? Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. That was actually pretty chill.
I don't have a way to do that without. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think how I can do that.
Hold on.
the fly.
I might be able to do this. Hold on. If we're talking about the
Absolutely.
thing that I'm thinking of the in progress thing, right? The
That
artwork
was
for
a
Milik?
fully done nice little photo there. I wish the rest of chat.
Oh,
could
it's
see
fully
this,
done.
'cause-
Oh my god, I didn't even see the fully done one.
Ooh,
Oh man.
baby.
All right, hold on.
Spicy meatball.
I got this.
Oh god, his face, asshole,
Oh.
balls. Oh yeah. Well, he did this thumbnail for us that we're gonna have to use for the Tears of the Kingdom. I requested to be Pink Tingle. He's White Tingle. And honestly, I love it. I love how dummy thick
Yeah,
Tingle
that's-
is.
So good.
Or anyone that of Rob, or anyone of George, or all of us there, just like giving each other pecks. So yeah, I'll display it better next time. My computer can barely handle all of us plus.
All right,
articles.
if you're looking for that kind of art, you can pay the artist what.
Yeah,
he
join the
deserves.
Discord.
Melissa is in the Discord. He's in
No, I'm saying if anybody else wants to see it too, join the Discord. It's in our general chat.
Oh, right. Yeah, you always join Discord. That's the show, guys. Gonna hit the button. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is I'm Derek, the head goon. That's G-Phone, the one with the glasses, drinking wine. That's Rob, the silver fox, the tallest
Wait,
man on
we were
earth.
drinking?
No, that's apple juice. Don't tell her. Rate us 5 stars everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, YouTube for audio listeners. Yeah, join the Discord. Come hang out with us. Make some other fan art. We love it. It's so great.
Bye-bye.
That's pretty much it. Come join us for Uno after.
Have a good one.